History buffs, gather round. When I say the Battle of Ain Jalut, what comes to mind? Probably a dusty plain in Galilee, right? Genghis Khan, seemingly unstoppable. Mongol hordes finally being checked by the Mamluks in 1260. It is a legendary land battle, a pivotal moment in history. But what if I told you that wasn't the only Battle of Ain Jalut? What if I told you there was another, far more obscure, but equally fascinating conflict with the same name? Fought on water. Get ready, because today we're diving into the forgotten naval history of the Crusades. Our story isn't set in 1260, but a century earlier, in 1182. The main players, the formidable Crusader navy, led by the infamous Reynold of and the Ayyubid fleet, commanded by none other than Saladin's brother. The stage, the vital waters of the Red Sea. So, who was Reynold of To the Muslims, he was a villain of epic proportions, a treacherous, bloodthirsty pirate. To the Crusaders, he was, well, complicated. A skilled warrior, yes, but also a reckless and unpredictable rogue. After being released from a long imprisonment, he was given control of a massive Crusader lordship east of the Jordan River. This territory gave him a unique and dangerous advantage: access to the Red Sea. For centuries, the Red Sea had been a Muslim lake, a bustling highway for trade and pilgrimage connecting Egypt to Arabia and India. The holy cities of Mecca and Medina lay just inland from its shores. The thought of a Crusader fleet sailing these waters was unthinkable, a sacrilege. But Reynold of Chatillon was a man who delighted in doing the unthinkable. His plan was as audacious as it was brilliant. He knew he couldn't take on Saladin's main armies in Egypt or Syria directly, so he decided to hit them where they were most vulnerable, their economic and religious heartland. In the winter of 1182, he launched his masterstroke. He had 5 galleys constructed in his castle, then dismantled, loaded onto camels, and hauled across 130 miles of harsh desert to the Gulf of Aqaba. It was a logistical nightmare, an engineering marvel, and a testament to his sheer, stubborn will. Once reassembled, his fleet set sail. For the first time in history, Christian warships patrolled the Red Sea. Panic spread like wildfire. Reynold's fleet was small but effective. They first besieged the island fortress of Ala, near modern-day Aqaba, creating a diversion. While the Ayyubids were distracted there, his main force slipped past and began a terrifying campaign of piracy. They plundered the coast of Egypt, attacking peaceful merchant ports. They captured a valuable merchant train on its way to India. But their most audacious goal was to sail south, raid the Arabian coast, and threaten the holy cities of Mecca and Medina themselves. They even captured a pilgrim ship on its way to Jeddah, the port for Mecca. The psychological impact was immense. It was a direct assault on the heart of Islam. News of this outrage reached Saladin in Cairo. He was furious. This wasn't just piracy, it was a desecration. He tasked his brother Al-Adel with hunting down and destroying Reynold's fleet. But this was a naval problem, and the Ayyubids didn't have a Red Sea fleet ready to go. So, Al-Adel did something equally impressive. He ordered a new fleet to be built from scratch in Cairo and Alexandria. Shipbuilders worked day and night. The new Ayyubid fleet, under the command of an Armenian admiral named Husam al-Din Lulu, was finally ready. They sailed down the Nile, were dragged overland to the Red Sea. At Suez Marin, Reynold's own Fitan began the hunt. Lulu was a skilled and relentless commander. He first relieved the siege of Allah, then set off in hot pursuit of Reynold's pirates. The Crusaders had split their forces. Some were still raiding near the Arabian coast, growing bolder and more reckless. Lulu's fresh, well-supplied fleet tracked them down. The final confrontation happened near a place called Ain Jalut, the famous spring in Galilee, but a coastal location whose exact whereabouts are now lost to history. The naval battle itself was brutal and decisive. The Ayyubid galleys were more numerous, and their crews were fresh. The Crusaders, far from home and worn down by months of raiding, were decoordinated. One by one, their ships were captured or sunk. Lulu showed no mercy. Most of the captured crusaders were executed. The two most important captives were sent to Cairo for a public spectacle. The message was clear. The Red Sea was, and would remain, a Muslim sea. Reynold himself wasn't there. He had returned to his castle in Karak after launching the expedition, leaving his men to carry out the mission. So he escaped justice this time, but he had sealed his own fate. Saladin never forgave him for this blasphemous raid. 5 years later, at the Battle of Hattin, Reynold was captured. While Saladin famously spared King Guy of Jerusalem, he personally executed Reynold of Chatillon with his own sword, finally getting his revenge for the Red Sea raid. So why is this naval battle of Ain Jalut so forgotten? Well, it was overshadowed by the much larger, more decisive land battles of the Crusades. The land-based Ain Jalut of 1260 literally saved the Mamluk Empire and halted the Mongol advance. This naval skirmish, while dramatic, was more of a sideshow, but it reveals so much about the eretha audacity of commanders like Reynold, the logistical genius of both sides, and the intense religious fervor that fueled these conflicts. It's a reminder that history is full of hidden stories, forgotten battles fought on unexpected frontiers. The image of crusader ships being carried across the desert on camels to fight in the heart of Islamic waters is something straight out of a Hollywood movie. It's a testament to the incredible, and sometimes insane, lengths people went to in the medieval world. So the next time you hear about Ain Jalut, remember there are two stories to tell. One of a great land battle that changed the world, and another of a forgotten naval clash in the Red Sea, a tale of pirates, revenge, and a war fought on the most unlikely of battlefields. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this dive into obscure history, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more forgotten tales. Let me know in the comments what other hidden historical events you'd like me to cover next. See you in the next video.